It's Mother's Day, and I woke up to Serena Joy as played by Katie Britt trending again. Now, y'all know she was trending right after the State of the Union response that she did in her kitchen, seeming like Serena Joy. That's the reason why people keep connecting her with The Handmaid's Tale. But what she is proposing and doing it right before Mother's Day, yes, definitely given me Handmaid's Tales. Now, before I start talking about what articles are saying about her and what tweets are saying about her, this was on her Katie Britt website. She said the Moms Act would establish pregnancy.gov, a federal clearinghouse of resources available to expecting and postpartum moms, as well as those with young children. This clearinghouse would increase access to adoption agencies, pregnancy resource centers, and other relevant public and private resources available to pregnant women within their zip code and surrounding areas. As part of pregnancy.gov, HHS would be required to include and maintain a national list of federal funding opportunities available to nonprofit and healthcare entities for pregnancy support, improve access to pre and postnatal resources. This legislation would establish a grant program for nonprofit entities to support, encourage, and assist women carrying their pregnancies to term and to care for their babies after birth. It would also provide tools for prenatal and postnatal telehealth appointments by instituting a grant program to purchase necessary medical equipment and technology in rural areas and other medically underserved areas. It would also require states to apply child support obligations to the time period during the pregnancy, if so requested by the mothers. So men might not like that part, child support obligations during the time period during the pregnancy. Now, this act is endorsed by Susan B. Anthony, Pro Life America, Americans United for Life, March for Life Action, the National Right to Life Committee, and the Family Policy Alliance. All very pro life or forced birther Christo fascist organizations that want to limit girls and women from having reproductive rights. Now, we just saw Oklahoma wanting to track and ask questions about girls' menstrual cycles. Now we have a clearinghouse that is talking about, that Katie Britt is talking about. Now, she and other publications are saying that this is not a registry for pregnant women. And I just, with the way the right is doing things, I do not trust them with anything. There should not be any woman or girl that has any sense that is willing to put any information into a website by all of these people. She said that she wants to make sure that she is providing access to these resources. Now, she and other people are freaking out because the birth rate is declining. The birth rate is declining even in forced birther states. Now, even for the women who want to have children, they are not saying that this is what they want. What are women saying? Childcare is too expensive and is scarce if there is some available. Cost of living is too high. Inflation and greedflation is eating up what little wages they do have. The housing crisis is hitting people. Most people are one flat tire away from missing their rent or mortgage payments. But what do these people want to do to help moms? This. And what else is going on in these states? They're talking about resources here, but these forced birther laws are pushing medical professionals away from their states. Physicians, OBGYN, labor and delivery staff are leaving these states because of how they are treating these laws, and people are not knowing, should they operate? Do we make this woman continue to carry this dead fetus in her body? There's a reason why people are fleeing these states. And instead of addressing the root causes of this, these people want to make some pregnancy.gov website. And this is not going to address the root of the issue. We have Republicans that are saying no to payments for impoverished people, where we see Republican governors saying no to summer food programs for people with children. Why would anybody want to bring children into this current climate? Katie Britt deserves all of the pushback that she's getting. This is the article from Salon. Katie Britt is back at it, pushing a bill to launch a pregnancy tracking federal database. The More Opportunities for Moms to Succeed Act would offer relevant resources for pregnant women. Let's look at what Salon is saying. Okay, so we already know when we met Katie Britt, and she proposed a sweeping set of legislation which would enable child support payments to begin during pregnancy and establish a national clearinghouse of pregnancy care providers, except for those which provides abortion related services. This act has co sponsors, including Senators Marco Rubio and Kevin Cramer, both Republicans, and create specific carve outs barring an entity that performs, induces, refers for, or counsels in favor of abortions from receiving funding or placement on a new pregnancy.gov website, including swaths of OBGYN services and SE actual health clinics across the country. Now, that swath of OBGYN services obviously is reduced in these forced birther states, as I said earlier, because these people are pushing OBGYNs and other medical professionals out of these states. The website would create a federal database of relevant resources for pregnant women, as well as ask users for contact information that the government could use to contact outreach via phone or email. Critics, including former Kentucky Senator candidate Amy McGrath, say this amounts to a database of pregnant people. According to the GOP, America needs a national registry for pregnant women, along with federal government tracking women's menstrual cycles. Yes, and we have seen them talk about tracking girls' menstrual cycles. This is just going to be that next step. The bill also outlines a creation of databases of pregnancy support centers or crisis centers, which critics say provide women with misleading information in an effort to keep them from having abortions. Britt's state of Alabama already has some of the nation's strictest abortion bans, currently barring women from seeking any termination except in the case of saving the mother's life. So, if a girl was raped, if there was incest involved or coercion involved, all of that. There's no exceptions. If it's a child who can't support this person, this new human that's growing, forget it. If this fetus is unviable, they're going to make this woman carry this until she becomes septic. That is what these forced birther states are doing. The program further changes the mechanics of child support at a federal level to enable women to seek support from SE actual partners upon conception, swapping out existing language from child to unborn child. Now, if this doesn't cause alarm bells to go off, understand that if this is going on right here, they are already game planning this across the nation in ways, even if it doesn't hit federally, that some changes will probably be coming on the state level in these states. Um, yeah, y'all let me know what you think about this on this wonderful Mother's Day. This face is what I think about it. Katie Britt thinks pregnant women and mothers need to be tracked by the government. What's next? Taking children away to live in GOP controlled boarding schools, the government forcing women to make as many babies as possible. No, no, Katie, screw you. Stay the hell out of my womb. Stay out of everybody's womb. It's none of your business. If you don't want to provide any legislation that actually focus on the things that women are saying that they need in order to have babies, the birth rate needs to continue to plummet to hell. That's my thoughts on it. Y'all jump in the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.